play tapped on 2, which sucks. Alright, so we're trying out red-black Aristocrats this evening. The piece of kind of innovation or tech we're trying today is Claim the Firstborn, which is a 1-mana sorcery that gains control of target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less till end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. So, Claim the Firstborn alongside Priest, or Heartfire, or Rankle allows us to sacrifice their creature for fun and profit, which is kind of sweet. So, we've not played the Aristocrats variation that has the Oven in it. That would definitely be a deck I would accept if someone submitted it, but as always, I've got a giant list of decks in the queue that people have paid to send in, so those are almost always going to have preference over other things. Is this list way different from earlier? It's different from the list on my website. So we're sacrificing firstborn children to the old gods. We are. That is exactly what we're doing. We're claiming the firstborn and then sacrificing them to the forgotten gods. It's on point, really. Yeah, this is not quite an Embercleave deck. So a lot of our creatures have a lot lower power. Sure. Are we the bad guys? Not at all. The easiest way to tell if you're the bad guy in this standard format is ask yourself if you have Oko in your deck. Is claiming firstborns to sacrifice to the forgotten gods better or worse than putting cats in the oven? Just Magic player questions. So we'll probably go, assuming we draw a brick or like a 3-drop on 2, we'll go Fabled Passage for Mountain. So that way a turn 3 play we can make is Claim Your Firstborn plus second to Heartfire. Nah, you're still a bad guy even if you put bad cards in with it. Not going to sacrifice this just yet because I don't want them to know that we're playing red and not green. No need to give up information. So Oko and Teferi are in the same deck or the most erroneous in the format. Yeah, something like that. I think I'm just going to pump this and smack them with this. I guess Pump Smack is bad against untap 3-mana Teferi. It's better against untap Sweeper, though. So 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Yep. Whichever one we didn't play around is going to be the one they have. Match 1, game 1, Bulletproof Boat. And we immediately see the liability of this build, which is game 1s, we're going to be a dog because, like, I could have claimed my own firstborn to kill the Teferi, I guess. It's a cute line. We can use this to give our own things haste, which is actually kind of sweet. You just, like, Priest, haste, and activate right away as a surprise. But again, this card's pretty bad in these control matchups. My body is ready to be Clarioned. Yes, you can also use it to activate Priest a second time, which is sweet. Because you untap your creature. Clarion, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest. Do. Just a Bonecrusher Giant there is good for us. This is why we sent the Elementals at Teferi. So do I want to Heartfire their face here to get a counter on my Knight? I think I do. I think I want to pump up the jam here. It protects this from another Bonecrusher next turn, which is nice. Hopefully they play this out. We get to claim it. That would be hot. Still boarding this card out, even though they have this. Please play this. Please play this. Please play this. Can we replace the Hydra emote? We already replaced the Hydra emote. We did it with a Broco. Bonecrusher stomping is too much. Too much for one emote slot. Why didn't I use Heartfire to cause the Bonecrusher to fizzle? Because my opponent had Teferi Hero of Hearthstone in play when they were crushing my knight. Huh? So I can only claim things that cost 3 or less. So they have to block here or they're dead. Yeah, they have to block. And I get in for 2 here, and I get to, since we drew the land, I get to leave up a second activation so they can't kill us with Clarion next turn. Bottoms up there bodes well for us. Hopefully this is one of their 2 plays this turn, so we can just like snatch it and kill them. So the rest of us don't see Hugel Hydra anymore, dude, like just you. Like if you look on the stream overlay, the Hugel Hydra is gone. It just says Hugel Hydra as text. People who haven't refreshed their chat yet.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Okay. What do you got? Play a Bonecrusher Giant. Play a Bonecrusher Giant. Play a Bonecrusher Giant. Are you ready? Bonecrusher's ready. Rude. That's so frustrating. Yeah, we're doing a long stream today, Scrafted. We're running until 7 o'clock when the E-League thing starts. Yeah, I think we're just hasting the night so we can trade with their thing. Rankle and attack in, you win. That's not how Magic works at all. So you can take a break. I know screaming, I know chat lethal's a meme because people are lazy in other channels, but that doesn't fly here. Do better, be better, I believe in you. Chat, they just block the Rankle. They just block the Rankle, chat.
Don't worry, I got this.
Rankle needs to do damage to trigger. They just block the Rankle. Stop it. Get some help. So, Good golly. That's so unfortunate. And you know what really sucks? You know what really sucks is we can't flashback Heartfire while Teferi's in play. Yeah, so we get to haste this. We're so close right now. Bonecrusher Giant's lethal, right? Oh, you know what? I should have left double red up here. I tapped my lands wrong, because I'm going to get double black. So Bonecrusher and Heartfire are both lethal draws here. I'm kind of into this card. Like this is a matchup where it's like not even good, and it's been like fine, right? Just like super into what's going on. All right, if we can dodge getting Clarioned, we can be in this game. But if they Clarion for lifelink, we're dead. Rankle block for Chandra? No, I don't think so. If they attack, I'm kind of okay with that. I want their flying blocker out of the way so I can Rankle them, right? Because they don't know about old Rinks here. Old Rankly Spankly. We can dodge a Clarion, we can dodge a ball. Ain't that the truth? Alright, that means there's no Clarion in our future, right? If they had a Clarion, they'd have played it there. That's their second play. Please attack Chandra. Wait, they're just dead, right? Because Fires doesn't let them do anything. These Fires decks seem so bad. I just don't. Every game, right? Like, how many flipping Cavalier of Gales did they cast this game? How many Cavalier of Gales did they? Like, if you lose these games, like, there's no way this deck is playable, right? They got like 5 Cavalier of Gales. Four or five. Like they played their card and their deck did exactly what it wanted it to do that game. It just like wasn't good enough. Oh, they could have bounced the Fires. That's a neat thought. They could have bounced the Fires. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe they just messed up. Maybe they're all just messing up. I don't know. Generally speaking, if your deck's not carrying you a little bit, it's generally not good enough. I don't know. All I know is the decks seem like poop every time I play against them. All right, what do we think of this? So Heartfire, Bonecrusher, Claim, all seem medium. Duress, Tibalt, Murderous Rider seem good. I'm kind of excited about Claim after seeing what it did that game though. Just like random 1 red haste my things was like good at multiple points there, right? Like every other Fires deck, it was terrible, Crockett. We've played 2 different Fires decks. They've been bad. Someone bumped Jeskai Fires up into the queue for tomorrow. So we'll get first-hand experience with that and see how it goes. As always, my favorite decks from each day will get tagged on my favorite decks page on my website. This is where the magic happens, chat. This is where the magic happens. I mean, this 5 is good if we draw a couple of lands, right? The question you have to ask yourself on mulligans like this is you go, what's more likely to happen? Am I more likely to draw lands with this hand or to win on 4 cards? And I definitely think the answer is I'm more likely to draw lands with this hand. We're gonna get Bonecrusher here. Really, that was just a straight bluff. Oh, maybe they have Aether Gust. They are an Aether Gust deck. Yeah, this hand is all good spells, right? Those are like, we may hit, we may not hit, but like, regardless, the decision is good, I think. My sequencing here is bad, though. I should have attacked first and then played this post-combat. It was bad sequencing on my part. This card triggers when you sacrifice Fabled Passage, by the way, which is pretty dope. All right, I think we're gonna pull a win out of this one here. We tried. This hand's good. We'll throw back a swamp. Just like really clean 1, 2, 3 curve, huh? We even get to draw a card with this and get a hit in before we die to Deafening Clarion on 3, which is great. Bonecrusher's ready. Oh, are they giving us a card? That's exciting. I like cards. How do we feel about just, so... I think I'm just gonna hold up the plus here. I think I'm just gonna, like, make sure this doesn't die to Clarion. That shock feels like Aether Gust. I bet they're gonna flip this back on top of our deck. Oh, they're gonna Clarion us. Okay, this is good play. I like how the opponent played this. So they're gonna go land Clarion, kill our 2 guys. Yeah, if they don't have that there, the game is over. A little bit behind now because we just flooded out, unfortunately. We're gonna hold on to this Fabled Passage as one of our later lands because that can trigger Mayhem Devil for us, like we talked about. Yeah, the red-black Knights deck is definitely my favorite red-black deck at the moment. Still want to explore some of these Aristocrat decks, but I agree that that's my number one. All right, they have their namesake on 4. Removal into Sweeper into their namesake, so... Can we draw a spell? Kinda. That's kind of a spell. I mean, Rankle's at the top end of our curve, so like, drawing Rankle here is like similarly good to drawing Bantu. It's a little bit worse, but overall it's like also okay. When your opponent narsets you, it's better. Hey, Nocti, yeah, we have I scheduled 12 hours today. So we're gonna go for another 2 hours or so. The E-League event starts a little over 2 hours from now, so I'm planning to stream till then. I can host them when I get off. We'll see how many people we keep, if that's a good idea. Usually my viewer count drops off like past 3 to 5 o'clock, which we did a little bit, and we're still keeping some in here. Yeah, I can call it a day. Hi, waifu.
Hi.
Don't judge my popcorn eating habits.
Which one was it?
What?
Which one was it?
It was the cheddar.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What do we want to do for dinner?
So I came to ask you. I was gonna go get that in a few minutes.
What do we want for dinner, chat?
Well, how much longer are you going?
2 more hours.
Didn't you just tell them you were done?
No.
When I walked in here.
I said 12 hours.
Oh, well,
Someone said I can't believe you're still going.
oh, okay. I knew you wanted to go late today. I just... When I walked in, you were telling them you were done.
They are going first. Is it too greedy to bottom this? I'm gonna greed and bottom that a little bit. Because, like, Claim plus Heartfire here feels real good. It's like, I think I want to keep those together. And, like, I don't want to not have a 1-drop play.
Dinner.
Whatever you want, honey lovely.
I'll That's the worst answer.
I bet Declan would want
Yeah,
a sandwich
I
from the
know.
sandwich place.
Or meatballs and mac and cheese.
So pick. Let your 4-year-old
If
pick.
he wants meatballs and mac and cheese, which of the places over there do you want?
Whichever one you get.
I don't care.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll let you know what he said.
Can I have some mac and cheese? Maybe. I will say this. Getting to beat up on field decks and just like aren't taking game actions for the first 40 turns feels really good. It's definitely one of my pastimes. Are they dead next turn? Can we deal 18? 18 might be a stretch. I think we might be able to deal 18 next turn. If we draw a red source, can we deal 18? I think, let's test this out. I think they're pretty close to dead. Oh, this does a damage too. That's so great. So I get to attack them for 4. All right, so I'm holding full control. So we'll play this, resolve. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this and do this. And so I'm holding full control mode because in response, so I want one Amass trigger to resolve. And then before this next Amass trigger, I'm gonna Heartfire attacking, sacrificing this. So I'm gonna submit, sacrifice this. And then I get to claim the Firstborn to use my priest again. Yeah, they're dead. This was a sick turn. They're like over dead. Like we're gonna have damage. We're gonna have damage left over. No, not quite. Not quite. We're Xaxes. Yeah, we're Xaxing them. That was not bad. JPG. Just like 18 you on turn 4. All right, I'm into it. Nice Golos deck. The fetch clinched it. Yeah, we would have been a point short if the Fabled Passage hadn't dealt damage, right? So if this hadn't done a damage. If that turn's clippable, you should clip it. That's like submit that one to Channel Fireball for their top 5 plays of the week or whatever they do, because that's definitely some top 5 material. That was phenomenal. I think this is it. I think I want to leave the Heartfires in. We'll bring in these to stop their life gain, get some other poopers. Leave a couple of cleans for like grabbing random zombies that could be in the way, or like a Boreal Grazer. Duress seems good for taking their sweepers. Well, I was holding my prime, but how do you not resub after that play? Thanks for the too much miss or something. Always make sure you send your prime somewhere, even if it's not here. Think of it as taking dollar dues from Jeff Bezos and giving it to someone here on Twitch. We definitely need it more than he does. You think my opponent's gonna mulligan so they have a play before turn 4 this time? When was that at? That was at like 10 hours. I'll clip it and put it on YouTube and its own video. So like 10 hours and 5 minutes or so. I'll make a highlight of it. Flat Witch, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hooglandia. Playing field means you accept you don't make a play for the first third of the game. That's what it looks like. Oh, hey, I did miss Book Fair. Thank you and welcome. Thanks for pointing that out, Captain Command. I think I want to just lead on Stormfist Crusaders here. Just like get the cards flowing. Deal some damage, get the cards flowing. As a Chicago native, hearing what you asked for dinner and then thinking Portillo's is an option makes me sad. Portillo's is wonderful. I just had Portillo's though. We had Portillo's Saturday night. Christy brought me that for din-dins. Din-dins. I assume they have a ramp spell here, which means they're potentially sweeping us next turn. Oh, they have that. Well, that's just rude.
Stand by and watch.
Gosh, that card sucks. And by sucks, obviously, I mean it's great. It just sucks to play against. Yikes, mana bases. My kingdom for a temple, eh? Black red temple when, Watsy. Vomit.
Trust me, I have a plan.
All of our choices suck. I guess they missed a land drop. No, they didn't, right? They're just playing one land per turn. No, they didn't. Yeah, I don't think we're just too far gone here. Our mana's just been too bad. That turn that we had there, that would be a good, like, those what is it called? The possibility storm puzzles. How do you kill your opponent from 18 with this board state? Just use every bit of the buffalo as the answer. Someone said it was a little bit too long for a clip. I'm gonna clip it separately. So I can highlight any lengths. So I'll highlight it separately when I do my exports tonight. The full thing was like 90 seconds. Yeah. Really want a 2-drop here. The knight would be ideal. Priest would also be okay. Yeah, Rankle for later sounds fine. 1, 3, 4 curve. It's okay. Wow, apparently they didn't learn anything. Apparently they didn't learn anything about keeping hands like this. I think we're just both drawing a card here. Like, don't keep hands that don't do things. Yeah, remember, mulliganing is a privilege, not a punishment. You didn't have to mulligan, you got to mulligan. You got to skip keeping that hand that was rancid. And try again for something better. That game was a really good example of Rankle as a piece of top end, right? Just like this extra hasty threat that like comes off and runs people down. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yes, card. The bond 2 at the top end was like sweet, but it was definitely clunky in a lot of situations. Rankle feels like it slots into like what this type of deck is looking to do much more elegantly. Alright, so if we draw an untapped land here, we get to play Rankle. Which would be kind of hot. Oh, I am into this. I might have attacked first. Nope, 0% to attack first. Oh, Yorvo. Oh. If this is wrong, then I don't want to be right. If this is wrong, then I have no desire to be right. Have a card, because I'm a giver. Oh. Oh, that was something. That was something. All right. Noxious Grasp and Murderous Rider in. All the riders sound good. That was disgusting. Yeah, that was really great. Yeah, Claim the Firstborn seems that's a heck of a drug, chat. Why not attack with the two guys the first turn? Because I wanted to attack with Rankle. Because if I drew a land, I could hit them with Rankle. Like, obviously there's some downside if I don't hit the land, but I'm really lucky, so I hit the land. The conservative play there was to attack first. We're very liberal on this channel, though. Hashtag vote blue 2020 to save America. Be luckier. Be luckier is A+ advice. And if you can't manage to be lucky, being unlucky is a good close second. Step 1, be lucky. Step 2, don't be unlucky. Yeah, your core idea on Claim the Firstborn wasn't even something that was on my radar. PS14. So like, definitely props to like identifying that card as gas. Because that one was not one that I was even thinking about. All right, so they have a Veil of Summer in their hand. Why isn't Forge in this deck? Please make intelligent and constructive card recommendations. Thank you. Alchemy, daddy, alchemy. Alchemy, baby, one more time. Everybody elk now. Alright, so let's grasp this. And then they're gonna do that, and then in response, we're gonna end their entire career. So in response, we'll sack these, make some mana, and Murderous Rider this. How does it make you feel, opponent? Makes me feel things. Alright, so I messed up there. If I would have waited to play this shock land, I could have shocked it in and played this Grim innate. So, pretty big putt-ski poo there by me. It's not really a big deal though. So So let's do this. God, this is disgusting. So we get to do this, sacrifice a thing, hit you with Rankle, make you sacrifice a thing. This has been A+ magic this set. This is definitely getting tagged as the deck of the day. Whew! Oh, that's a Chandra. Clunk. Alright, guess I'll sack that one. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely great. It is definitely great. Yeah, if you had last season's Aristocrat build, the update on this is pretty minimal. It's what? Rankle? It's Rankle and Fabled Passage, basically. Bonecrusher Giants in these two. I guess there's a number of cards in here. It's actually a good number of upgrades. It's like 12. It's 12 rares and 3 mythics. Yeah, it's 12 rares and 3 mythics, but like Bonecrushers and Murderous Riders are like go in everything, right? So those are good crafts. For people asking about paper, this deck is $260 in paper, according to this. And the bulk of that is Blood Crypt and Murderous Rider. That's funny. Yeah, okay.
Anyone need a fire started? Say hi to my fiery friends.
It is just a gas to play. And that's why I played this in the Rivals event that we won, just cause like it was fun to play. Like, I like playing fun decks. They're a good time. Ebon Legion's expensive, I'd believe that. That card's really popular. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. We did add a Broco emote today. Don't let your opponent untap with Priest, chat. If your opponent has put Priest in their deck, for the love of God, don't let them untap with it. It's not gonna end well for you. Chandra lets Lovestruck Beast attack. That's a super good observation. We've been talking about Groll decks. That's not a connection I'd made. That is a... I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it's gonna be something. Something is going to get done with that piece of information. Because, like, both those cards are individually constructed playable. So, like, they're probably two great flavors that taste great together. If I had to venture a guess. Firstborn does steal Regisaur, you're not wrong. Ebon spikes so hard because it's one of the best 1-drops ever printed in Magic. That's why it spikes so hard, because it's absurd. Sure. Really? Really? Okay. Okay. You think it's gonna be like that, huh? Opponents under the impression this is a race they can win, chat. Should we teach them how wrong they are? Should we teach them they are incorrect? Play a questing beast. Come at me for 7. Come on. Red Rover, let QB come over. Darn it. Darn it. They know. They know, chat. They know. An opponent who knows this might be our one weakness. Ooh. All right, so what's the best line here? I think we're crushing this. I think I hit with this so we can chump block here next turn, take 4, take 5, go to 3. Okay. So if they have shock plus QB this turn, we're probably dead. But if they don't have shock plus QB, they're just like jam QB, we should be okay. Okay, we're not getting this turn at least. So we've got that going for us. Huh? Think we're short. Opponent was smart and killed our stuff. So I can do this as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can put them to 3, and then we die next turn. Yeah, this was a race they could win. They had the double removal, right? They weren't racing us heads up linear, but their interaction was better than ours. Yeah, they knew they had to respect the creatures. So opponent played this really well. Yeah. Yep. And this is why we have a bunch of like Noxious Grasp and Murderous Riders in the sideboard, right? Because if they know what's up, it's a hard race. Bantu's not out just because of Oko. I just think Bantu's kind of clunky in general. I think Rankle's a better piece of top end. Because it just like does what this style of deck is looking to do more. This version's more fun, Jet. Claim the Firstborn does some crazy lines. Yeah, Judith, in my experience, is just worse than the other 3-drops that we're already playing. And just like something's gotta give. You can't play every card. What is Forge? People keep talking about Forge, and I don't know what card they're talking about. Can people just stop saying Forge and tell me what the actual card is called? I feel like it's bad because I don't even know the full text based on this name. Would bet dollars it's bad. They mean Oven? Is that the card they're talking about? A lot of people have been high on Oven. This card kind of sucks into Questing Beast, huh?
Anyone need a match?
I think I just do this since I have Murderous Rider in my hand.
Rules of the personals. I've lived with animals my entire life. Explains a lot, actually. Oh, looks like we're all mouth and no hands.
Say hi to my friends.
All right, they stumbled a little bit here, so that might be our saving grace. So, for those that weren't following, I plus Chandra the first turn I played her, because on I was playing her on my 4 going into their fourth mana potentially, and I didn't want them to be able to play Questing Beast and kill my Chandra for free. So I gave up 2 points of damage to get a 5th loyalty on her, so that way I could play around Questing Beast, so that way she could take a hit from QB, and then I could Murderous Rider. Is Stormfist supposed to be non-centered? I think so. I think it moves everything over when you have a Planeswalker. Are there ever Twitch drops for MTGA? There are not, which is a shame. It'd be a good way for them to boost their viewership a little bit too. I wonder if their client crashed. MTGA randomly crashing on people has been a good out lately.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
It might be right to play this out over drawing a card there. I could go either way on that. The client's too stable to crash? Yeah. Sorry. Forgot. So the Boros deck that people are talking about are not Twitch drops. For people not familiar with what other games do, there are other games where you link your Twitch account and your game account, and you get in-game items for watching that game being played on Twitch. So like, it would be like, for every hour of Magic Arena your account is watching on Twitch, you get 10 gold or something like that. For every dozen hours, you get a booster pack. Or like, X amount of time watched, X amount of in-client reward. It's a relatively organic way to boost Twitch viewer counts. How do we get that? That's not something that currently exists for Arena. It exists for other games. That's what someone's referring to when they say Twitch drops, though. They're not just referring to Prime Loot. Yeah, Wizards doesn't understand Twitch, as exemplified by buying random viewers to bot up their channels, and like how they handled the MPL streamers being set up on Twitch, and just like a magnitude of other things. Thanks for the 6 months, Spank Weasel. I appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. And it's like okay for them to not understand things, but they like also seem to be incapable of like asking for help from community resources. Yep. I don't know where it started, but it's a great idea. It gets people who are already potentially interested in Magic because they're playing it to watch Magic on Twitch, and they get them more invested in your product. Opponent Salty Scoop. Now, their client probably just crashed. Scythe Call, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around this month with that. Sure. It's Skith. Well, why doesn't it just say that then? Yep, yeah, it also gets people around the fence to suddenly jump in. "25 years ago, Dungeons and Dragons, or something of the sorts. Yeah, we deployed Crash to chew out their cords. This is just a 1/1 flyer for one. I drew them a card though, so. Can I draw a land, please? I'd really like to draw a land. Oh, this is where the magic happens. If we drew a land, we could have played this, and then this plus this deals 5. But unfortunately, that's not an option, so I guess we attack. We'll let first strike damage happen, and then we'll sack this and kill it before it kills our thing. We'll get our 1/1. Yoink. Thanks for the loan. I'm pretty sure I went over the mana. I'll double check. There might be something to this Claim the Firstborn card, chat. Might be something to this Claim the Firstborn card. They have a combat trick. They could have this. I have Death Touch though, so they still trade at least. Oh, brutal. Good play. They are at 6, however, though. I've got, like, a little bit of reach in my hand here. Hopefully I'll be able to just reach up and smack them down. I think with only one, I'm not pressuring next turn. I'm probably just like playing Mayhem Devil. Next turn, this is going to be able to diddle one of my creatures is a concern. It's like, hey, diddle every turn. Stumbled just a little bit too long there. Rankle's probably worth keeping. Just because, even though they have some bigger things. I probably want Noxious Grasp. Kill some of their bigger stuff. Heartfire seems a little bit medium. Because if they have another... If they block and they have another destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, I'm like just dead. I like lose my creature and lose my entire turn. I think Bonecrusher's good here because I need to kill their little adventure dork. What is my last cut here? Claim also seems good. Is it just Grim Innate out? It might just be Grim Innate out. I feel like that's not crazy. Hey, thanks for the third of your support, Happy Slice. Welcome back. I appreciate you keeping me around. I'm bringing in Tibalt to provide some bodies too, which is nice, and shuts off their life gain. More importantly, in hand's great. We're great. Y'all are great. You want Frenzy in this deck for momentum. This is not your corporate workspace. Don't use crappy undefined buzzwords here to sound smart. What do you mean by momentum? What problem does my deck have that you're solving by adding Experimental Frenzy to it? Use descriptive language, not needless jargon. If they play this turn, I think we just Bonecrusher him. I don't know, that's tough. Maybe I just Stormfist Crusader, actually. Yeah, I think with this plan, when I want a Stormfist Crusader, because it gives me the best chance to hit a land next turn. It's also attacks for 2. We need to lean into DevOps and maximize this deck's velocity, I agree. Low velocity. Sweet. Perfect. I want to just cut through their blockers here. And then hopefully we hit a land next turn so we can go, do double 2-drop ideally. Like, this sitting in play, like, isn't really that big of a deal while we have Stormfist Crusader out. Because Stormfist Crusader, I don't even think killing this is that important. Because, like, this is going to keep pumping us both full of cards anyways. So, like, them having a few more cards here, like, when we're keeping their hand full to begin with to start, like, is that really that big of a deal? If so, please explain why. Huh? This is a tough turn. Is it just Mayhem Devil to go? You think Frenzy has synergy with Stormfist Crusader? That's not how Magic works. The question is, I think I want to play Mayhem Devil. The question is, do I want to attack? I think the answer is no. Maybe it's just supposed to be Priest, though. I could see Priest being the answer as well. Or would I not want to attack Crusaders? So here's the thing, chat. Here's what I want you to think about. If I attack with both of these and they double block a knight, do I want to spend my entire turn paying mana to kill these two things? Or do I want to trade this for one of these? I don't, right? That's a bad trade for me. I think I lose an incredible amount of tempo. Get really far behind in terms of like my board presence and the mana I've put out. God, if we could just like draw a 4th land to save our life. I don't think I want to haste priest because I'm pretty sure it feels like they have, I guess they could just have March here, but they could have Veil of Summer. And if they Veil me here, it feels really bad. It's unfortunate. I think even with that removal spell, if we would have just had a 4th land this game, we would have been okay. But the fact that we've like, my opponents like generated so many double spell turns and we've had 0 double spell turns, we're just like falling further and further behind. The other news is they are at 11. So like that, the points from this and the couple of early hits we had are like slowly adding up. Yeah, I think if they have a Veil of Summer at this point, we probably just can't win. And if we don't draw a 4th land, we probably just can't win. I guess, oh, I don't have a 1/1. That sucks. If I had drawn a land this turn, it's really impressive. Take the Loxodon, the Lovestruck Beast can't block. 1, this card can't take Loxodon. 2, the Lovestruck Beast can't block. Come on, Twitch chat, get it together. Get it together, Twitch chat. If we had a land, if we'd have drawn a 4th land this turn, we would have been able to claim this and then do this in attack. And then they would have been like block here. They would have been block here, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which isn't quite lethal, I guess. I think we're probably done for here. Just stumbled for too little, too long. One of the things that a lot of people do when they play this deck, I've seen other people do when they stream, is they cut a land. Play 23 lands in this deck. Between this as a mana sink, like, you lose way more games to stumbling with this deck than you do to flooding. I have no idea how I would sideboard against Field of the Dead with this deck. Nothing is finalized. And there's different variations of Field of the Dead decks past that. All right, so yeah, I think we're dead. I guess I just do this and smack them. They're gonna march and I'm gonna concede. Actually, if you go back and watch the first or second match we played against Field of the Dead. You can watch me sideboard there. Oh, are we not marching? That's exciting. Deal. Hey, thanks for doling out a sub-giftee, Stan Zano Dubs. Be sure to let me know if there's a deck in the deck queue you'd like to see a little bit sooner for that. As always, the people that support my content dictate what we do and when we do it. We got any of those timeouts? Of course we do. Those are my favorite sub-gifts. They're just like, nah, I can't handle it. Send me back to the Shadow Realm. Well, they do have March. They just do it for 5 and we die anyways. Yeah. This matchup's probably hard if I had to guess, but it goes from hard to impossible, and like, you don't have any lands. Under that, let's do one more with this. I'm kind of digging what this deck is doing. It's got sweet lines in it. I don't know if this deck is powerful enough or consistent enough, but the lines when it gets going are really great. Thanks, Gordwa. You do have a voice. The content on this channel is entirely viewer driven. I guide where you want to go, but where we're actually going is always decided by you all. That's a survey I send out every quarter. So if you're around, you'll get that 4 times a year. Which is a good note to everybody else, because obviously everybody hasn't taken it. Last I checked, I don't have it up anymore. Do I? My Google form. Where is it? Sub-survey. How many responses? We're over 600 responses, which I think is one of my most responses. 656 responses currently. Ah, that's rough, Skith. Yeah. There's a link in the subs Discord. If you pop on into the Discord server, you'll find a link there. Hey, look, we get a rematch. Yeah, let's draw some lands this time. We're already up to 3 lands. Busted. 2 of them come into play tap, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. Why are you being so slow, bot? That's a pretty good one. Yikes. All right, so just gonna kill the giant killer here. My sub-survey, for those of you that haven't done it, it's not like a WotC sub-survey. It is, it's like sub 3 minutes, like 6 questions. The survey was sent to you via Twitch email. You can also find a link in the subscriber Discord servo. Is delivery from Giordano's worth it? I don't know offhand. We always go pick it up ourselves. It's probably fine. I like Giordano's microwave the next day, so it's probably fine. So, next turn, I'm gonna get to... They're gonna hold up a combat trick here. If they hold up a combat trick, I might not get to be tricky next turn. So next turn, I can... That's aggressive. 6, 7, 8, 12. I go to 5. No locks. That's a good draw. All right, so we're going to start by attacking, because attacking is great. And then I get to Heartfire, target this, sack this. Do I want to kill their 2/2 flyer or their 4/2 ground pounder? I think I probably want to kill their flyer, huh? And then we get to sack this Fabled Passage to deal the 2nd damage here. My body is ready to find out. Sounds good. Your opponent's passages trigger mayhem as well, just like for reference. It's real good. Are they dead? I feel like they're close to dead. What are the odds their last card is the Giant Slayer card? Non-zero? Feels non-zero? Really? I feel like their last card's Giant Slayer, right? So this is 5, it puts them to 6. And then this does 4, 5. The Priest activation is lethal, right? Because the Priest activation, each of those players lose 2 life, sacrifice a creature. So I can sack these 2 and target both of us. And then this will do 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll sack, lose 1. I'll sack, they'll lose another one. That's, yeah. So I can just kill them at any point with the Priest, assuming they don't have instant speed removal. I think assuming they don't have instant speed removal is probably fine. There's been some clutch lines in this league. Wait. Is this bugged? Is this bugged? Are you telling me this card's flipping bugged when you target yourself? It made me lose 2 life, right? What a release-ready product. What a release-ready product. Out of beta, hashtag 1.0, ready. So I targeted myself because it's supposed to make me sacrifice a creature too when I pick me. And then I sacrifice this and it does the last point of damage. So it made me lose 2 life because I was at 5. So I definitely targeted myself. I mean, it looks like they're still dead. It looks like they're still dead, but like, okay, I guess we know that's not a line we can take anymore. I guess we know that that's not a line we can take anymore. Well, you always only get 2 mana. I got 2 mana. You only get 1 card and 2 mana regardless, but each player loses 2 and each player sacrifices a thing. And I definitely didn't mess that up because I was at 5 and it put me to 3. I didn't pump the Knight because they play a card that destroys creatures with power 4 or greater. Giant Killer, it's an adventure creature. Alright, so I definitely want the Noxious Grasp. I think I trimmed the Heartfires, as cute as it was in that game. And then maybe dump a Rankle, because it's a little expensive and they have extra things lying around they don't mind sacrificing. I guess I'm going to bring in the Shocks and cut all the Rankles. Let's do that. Just like have all my cheap removal. The most annoying part about that is that's a regression, because we've definitely made ourselves sacrifice stuff to. I'm really glad we didn't go for that on my turn, because the fact that if I would have gone for that on my turn, just like gone for broke, it would have not worked and we'd have died. We'd have lost the game. Oh, I'm glad it worked out, I guess. Sand seems pretty medium, huh? The lands kind of suck. I have like a slow removal spell. These are kind of medium in multiples. This hand is great. Definitely gonna keep it. How greed is it to do this? Probably pretty greedy. Gonna do it anyways. Lego this ego. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday wherever you're at. Playing around game bugs is big brain. Yep. Whew. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Alright, is there a tribunal in my future? Feels like, oh, could be a Loxodon? Okay. Alright, so... we're not in a good spot, because they're not, they also have a nut draw.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pirate. Hey, these little guys.
We're not just dead either, though. 'Cause our nut draw is kind of okay. So they lose a thing, we make 2 black, I get to kill this. They have 8 power, 4 of it's killing Chandra. Next turn I get to claim the Firstborn plus play a Bonecrusher. Jund Aristocrats with Innkeeper. Yeah, maybe Percy. Yeah, I'd believe that, Zazu. I believe it. Believe it's been one that's in the squirrelies for a little bit. We really want to draw, like, a Mayhem Devil would be an absurd pickup here. Any cheap creature would be good, though. I'd ideally like to not Bonecrusher Giant and sacrifice it. Woohoo! Buddy old pal. Look at that. Some good clean living right there. All right, I would like to draw a the 1-mana knight. That'll do 2 big. All right. I know you've been through some meme decks. Would you accept to command the Dread Horde, Planeswalkers? Probably. You can always... the best way to find out will I accept to give a deck is by submitting it on my website here. Oh, I guess they're just gonna diddle this every turn, huh? That's awkward. Yeah, I could have seen that coming. I guess the line here is... yeah, maybe... I think my line was bad here. I wasn't thinking about this turning off my priest on future turns, which is an issue. So I definitely should have shocked this, I think. I don't know. And that makes my claim the Firstborn sequencing bad. I don't know. Gutter Bones is just really mana intensive in my experience. Is the issue. So I'm basically at 9 with Stormfist Crusader here, which is a little dangerous. So they're trying to figure out, do they want to diddle something and attack here? They do? Okay.
They burn. Yeah, I like to think on my feet.
Oh, did I just kill myself? No, I can sack this, right? It's gonna be okay. We're probably dead. I need blockers is the issue. Because I'm at 1. And these have to tap. That's such a tilt. Can you wait with the second priest till blockers? I can't. Because I'll just sack the one I block. They have a march here. We're super dead to march. I shouldn't, so what I shouldn't have done is, I shouldn't have flashback claim. Alright, well if they have nothing, this keeps me alive. So what I should have done was, I think they have March of the Multitudes here. Which they get to make 1 token with and kill me. So what should have happened here is I should have, that also does it. So I should have not flashed it back with Chandra. I should have just played that land tapped and then made 2 tokens with Chandra. Was the line I messed up there. Have a good one, Psycho. Alright, you take the 3rd game on the play. That was definitely my mistake. I should have done that. Alright, it's gonna be the last game with the Aristocrats. Then we're gonna wrap things up for the last hour today with Esper Reanimator. Yeah, and that's one of the things that really draws me to this deck, Bonnie. Is this deck has a very aggressive slant to it, but there's so many little tricky things, and like, Claim the Firstborn has opened up just like this huge sprawling spider web of decision trees that we just didn't have before. Like there's just so many, that card does so many things. This is a feel smart aggro deck, which is rare, honestly. A lot of the times your aggro decks are not feel smart. All right, 2 shots of the red source here. That's a really good draw if we find a red source. We did. MTG bot was recovered. All the goodies are back. Wow, rude. Alright. If they have another removal spell for this, Chandra plus Mayhem Devil might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line on their own. All right, so we want to draw another. If we draw another red source here, we kill their whole board. Because we get to sacrifice something, grasp them from the 2 black mana, and then shock something off a red source drawn. end this man's whole career. God, this deck is so great when it pops off. It's just, I just love it. It's just the best. Just dismantle you completely. Bye, Felicia. This list is going up on the site. This was the deck of the day, not close. Probably gonna tag 2, maybe 3 decks today because we had a really long stream, but this one has just been superb. So many clutch, like good, sweet games like this, and then clutch ones where we like, find good lines. Play some stuff. Play some stuff, opponent. You know you want to play some stuff.
I'm late to meditation anyway.
Yeah, I think I like this one that's up better than up on my site now. Yes! Yes! With the clutch no attack in the raised alarm. Yeah, we're on point. Live for 11 hours and 12 minutes and still tippy-top on point, chat. Ain't got nothing on us. Your move, Yugi boy. Okay. Okay, this is Loxodon as the last card, because why wouldn't it be? Alright, so what's the line? Do I slaughter their board here? I think I just kill 3 of these tokens, right? We have a game still. Losing the Mayhem Devil sucks, but like, it is what it is. That's a land. Really want to draw a creature. It's not 4 tokens because we lose the devil. Have I mentioned that I love this deck? Have I mentioned that I love this deck? I feel like I haven't mentioned yet that I love this deck. Your move, Yugi boy. That's all I got. It's a good top deck. Now let's draw a Chandra, shall we? Chandra, ooh ha ha. Chandra, ooh ha ha. I notably boarded out my Rankles, which may or may not be right in this matchup. I don't know. Pulling down seems correct. But it definitely gives us less good top decks in a situation like this. It wasn't even Damnation, right? I kept my Priest. They're like in the tank, and if they even want to play this card out. I mean, they tried, right? They had a glass casket for the first one. I guess they did decree a Chandra instead of the Priest earlier. So, like, they had the choice between killing this and killing Chandra, and they thought killing Chandra was better. So, you know. All right, top deck heroes. Yep, all right, actual factual top decks they can describe. Bottoms up. That's a pretty good one. One drops an attack for 7. Hey, 2 bricks. Let's go. Yep. Okay. That gives them 2 turns. I think I boarded out my Heartfire, so I don't have any actual just I win cards from here. Oh, hopefully they draw some lands to match us here. They're through 40 cards. They've only had 5 lands. Or they're through 20 cards, sorry. Vomit. This actually makes Claim the Firstborn a good draw, right? Yeah, Chandra's lethal because she grabs Claim, right?
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer. Remember this one?
Woohoo! that was an absurdly good set. That was some Magic the Gathering. That was phenomenal. Claim was really, really good in this deck list today. Usually we talk about changes at the end. I don't think I have any changes to make to this deck. I think you can. Yeah, you can. You should. I think you should experiment with what castle lands you have in this mana base. Like, I think there's merit to these, and like do some math and figure out how often you get screwed by them. But like Castle Emberth activating this card is definitely going to win you some games, I think. So I would. The correct answer is probably more than 1 to somewhere between 1 and 3 is my gut. So that would be something I would play with for sure if you're looking to experiment with this. But I liked all the spell slots. Yeah. So the list on my site is going to get updated to this one later tonight under Ranklecrats, and we've got one more deck list coming up today. We are going to close. I have no idea, Jet. I tried both. They both seem reasonable.